I'm Gavin, I'm one of the English teachers here at the Dublin Academy of Education. So one of my favourite things about English, because of who I am, I'm a big TV addict, I'm a big book fanatic. Things that are so prevalent within a Shakespearean text, even though it was written over 400 years ago, it actually has more similarities to the politics, love, betrayal that we experience on a HBO classic. So when we start looking at kind of King Lear or Othello for the 50 years, it's actually very similar to the latest Netflix release. The average grade in the country is a H4, and the second most common grade is a H5. So the old adage of, that English it'll be all fine and, I talk English good, it just isn't the case anymore. So in order to break free of that kind of black hole and to get into the H3 and above, it's very important that we understand the structure, the formula, and I suppose the little kind of tips and tricks that are needed to kind of break out of that window. So one of the most common mistakes I see when students are studying English is time management, not understanding the actual breakdown of the paper itself and understanding percentage breakdowns. Case in point, the studied poet. There's a huge amount, some would say an inordinate amount of time spent studying the studied poetry, which again equates to 12.5%, and then students neglect our question A question on paper 1, for example, which is also 12.5% of our entire grade. So it's about making sure that you understand the actual paper and what's going on in terms of the percentage breakdowns. Watch your time management, make sure that you know where every single minute is going for both paper 1 and paper 2. And that way it'll help you guys maximize the amount of points you get. One of the things I try and do within my classes is to work smarter, not harder. Encourage students to focus on things that matter. We deconstruct the course within our classes, and that we know that every percent matters, even the 5% going for the unseen poetry. English, guys, is one of those rare subjects that actually permeates every aspect of life after school. Whether we're looking at politics, whether we're looking at journalism, whether we're even trying to prove our point at Sunday dinner, English is everywhere. The Dublin Academy of Can we skip that one for a minute?